Okay, hello and welcome to another video of our Vault Hunters Plus series. So this is going to be days 200 through day 300, or through day 500. And this is going to essentially just be 300 days in Vault Hunters Plus. We're going to see how it goes. We're starting off and we're gonna run a couple vaults. But if you don't know what Vault Hunters Plus is, essentially Vault Hunters Plus is a mod pack that I've created that is like Vault Hunters, but with some stuff added. So there's a couple mods to make it more grindy, more interesting, just add a couple different things that I find to be fun and make it even more crazy. And that's kind of the entire premise of the mod pack. So if you do enjoy that type of thing, make sure to check out the description for the download link, because unfortunately I can't upload it to CurseForge, so it has to be a download link like it is. And if you want to play, just upload that zip to CurseForge and you'll be able to play it. And overall, you should have quite a bit of fun. So, without any further ado, let's just complete a couple vaults, and we'll see the stuff that we get at the end of it. I'm very much just trying to look for wooden chests, though, for a couple different resources. And overall, it should be quite nice. So, let's just get it. Let's get everything that we possibly can. Oh yeah, I guess I should probably explain what Vault Hunters is. So, Vault Hunters is a mod pack that is made specifically to mimic the Borderlands mod, Vault Hunters, where essentially you run into procedurally generated dungeons, and you loot them for their resources, which include extremely rare resources, in order to level up and face harder and harder vaults, in order to unlock better and better loot, and in turn unlock harder and harder vaults, and continue that in perpetuity until you get to level 100, and then you complete a thing known as the artifact. And that's what we're working on right now, is getting all the way to being able to complete an artifact, and that is going to be something that we will do. And this is an X marks the spot room, which I was not expecting to find in our first vault. It's a rather rare room. Overall, after we take out all of the mobs in here, then a bunch of chests will spawn, which include quite a bit of the rarer chests, which are these guys known as ornate chests, which have potentially some of our new sets of vault gear, all of which is in random loot pools. And essentially, we just continue to loot, continue to get a bunch of stuff, and then we level up and we keep going. And my goal for the next 300 days is to get to level 100. We're gonna try and defeat the Vault Herald, which is the boss at level 100. And then there are prestige levels, and we are going to get max prestige and continue this until we hit 1,000 days. So stay tuned for that, and I guess we'll just continue going through this vault. We'll go through a couple more vaults, and then we'll look at the loot that we get from that. I was gonna complete this vault, and then we found this room, which this room is a library, which is one of the Omega tier rooms that you can only find incredibly rarely in the vault. And this room specifically has these chests, which are called Gilded chests, are incredibly good for us. And the reason for that is because they have the chance to have something called a key piece, which there was one in the first chest. Essentially, a key piece is one of 8 that we need in order to make a treasure key, which is what we need in order to go into those treasure rooms that I went to earlier, like just before this, which you guys saw. And those have one guaranteed really good piece of vault gear, as well as potentially a bunch of other stuff that can be incredibly useful. So we're just gonna loot up as much of these chests as we possibly can. Then I think if we can finish the vault, that's exactly what we're gonna do. Well, we can complete the vault now. That's great. And overall, we spent almost all of our time in there, and we got an insane amount of stuff, because we also found an additional Omega room, and I discovered a ton more rooms trying to find an ore room so that we could get the final scavenger thing that we needed to do. That vault was a scavenger hunt, and we ended up finding everything. So now all we gotta do is just wait a couple seconds, and then it will warp us back to home. Day 201. Pretty nice. 266,000 XP. Quite nice, quite nice. Level 73. Get that guy. And now it's time to sort through stuff. So, of course, artifacts are what we want, really. There's large decks, double decks. There's a bunch of other stuff as well, but primarily booster packs are what we want right now, as well as artifact fragments, or artifacts rather. And we're going to be saving those artifacts for the future, because we're going to roll those at the end of this particular, you know what, we'll roll them at some point, probably after I run a couple more vaults. But for now, I do think we need to roll some of this vault gear, so let's roll all of the rare plus and common plus stuff, which is all the stuff that's not green or, and if we get anything super special, wait, okay, everything is full apparently, so we're gonna need to sort out some more stuff. That's fine, not the biggest deal. All good, all good. And now we just need to scrap everything because none of this stuff is Omega, and we're only keeping Omegas, and only the best of the best Omegas. Omega is the highest rarity, by the way, if you don't already know. And that's just exactly what we're going to do. And then we're going to run some more vaults and just accumulate an insane amount of loot before we go through it all. Okay, well, day 203 now, and we'll just hop into another vault, and let's get this vault completed. Well, decided to end that vault rather early since we did get it just completed. 124,000 XP. Of course, we got an extra level. We got that, and I do think that from that we'll also get this beautiful legendary whatever it's called completed. And now we've got a bunch more gear to roll. Let's see if we get anything special. Ooh, we got an Omega Vault Shield with living on it, so that's actually pretty decent. We'll save that in here. We'll look at that later. And of course we got nothing else, so I guess we'll just run another vault. Well, that vault got messed up at some point, and essentially I had to return to an older backup because essentially the vault broke the entire thing. So instead, now we got a rune boss, and we just ran a boss crate vault, which was what that vault ended up being because I had a backup right before it, but then we went in and then it broke everything, so now we're back. And we now have 3 skill points that we can spend. So, and an expertise point. So we should probably spend the expertise point. We're going to get marketer, 6 rerolls, of course, and skill points. I don't really know what to spend our skill points on right now. I may end up going into lucky hit, but I don't know exactly what lucky hit even does. So I guess we'll add lucky hit cleave and then go lightning finesse. I don't know. I don't know exactly. We could hitting a chilled mob has a chance of causing the ability to imprison if they hit the shatter again, die instantly regardless. Okay, whatever. That's cool. But we do have this crystal right here, which is a chaos crystal or chaos vault rock, which will give us 30 random add-ons. So we'll see what that is right here. Unmodifiable chaos. Okay, we'll see how that goes. But first, I need to sort out our entire inventory and roll a bunch of gear, and let's see if we can get anything super great, super nice. I highly doubt it. And of course, absolutely nothing is what we're gonna get, so we're just gonna scrap everything, and now we are gonna run that vault in a second. First, we gotta eat a burger, and then we gotta take a nap. Okay, well, it's the morning of the 208th, and let's get into the vault. Okay, so we're gonna count all this stuff. So it is a 1x living, 6x angry mobs, 3x chunky, 4x gilded, 3x wild, clumsy, wooden, 2x ornate, rapid mobs, lucky, opulent, okay, so item quantity, and then plentiful, scavenger vault. This is gonna be really interesting. If I find any cool rooms, I'll let you guys know, but we're just gonna run it. Let's see what happens. It shouldn't be too difficult, right? Of course, the first set of mobs that we've run into are a set of mobs with a champion, and we get a free unidentified Omega Plus magnet from it, which is just great. You'll love to see it. Unfortunately, since this is a modified vault, we're not going to get any of the what are they called? The shard, the things that we need. The prismatic shard, catalyst fragments, that's what they're called. They're not prismatic shards. I don't know. My brain is just fogging. But at least we can run through this and maybe get a bunch of loot. I think mostly I'm going to be going for gilded chests and other rare chest stuffs, just because, I mean, otherwise it's not really super worth it, but we're just going to see what happens. Okay, well, that's the end of that vault. That's perfect. We completed it nice and easy, not too crazy difficult, but we did complete our very first Chaos Vault, and now we're going to have to prep another Vault Crystal that should be quite interesting. I mean, it should be quite fun. It's a vault specifically for getting more key pieces, so we're going to be doing that. And I will see you guys once that vault is ready to run. Well, it is the morning of day 213, and now we're about to create this vault crystal, which will end up being a Light the Braziers, 4 Library, 16x Gilded, 3x Cursed, which will make it have 17.5 minutes, but that's not too big of an issue, because we're just going to try and run through it. But first, I do think we need to make a new pickaxe, because I do think we've unlocked the next level. Or actually, it's at level 80, so not yet, but soon. Then we'll be able to go absolutely insane with that new pickaxe. So let's just get into this one, and we're going to see how many gilded chests we can end up mining by the end of it. It looks like they're relatively close, so let's just get them. Well, down to the last little section at the bottom floor of the last one. We've got 8 minutes left, which means we've got some time. I'm mostly leaving the magnets at this point because we've got an entire 2 backpacks full of magnets. So I'm only really going to grab the rare ones. But overall, I think we've got an amazing haul. I don't know exactly how many key pieces we have. We'll look at the end. I want you guys to leave your guesses in the comments. How many gilded chests you think we ended up mining throughout this vault? Because I'm just curious about your guys' opinion, but let's get out of this vault and then we'll see what the actual answer is. Yeehaw! Okay, well, that's the vault complete. How much XP did we get? 182,000 with a total of 778 gilded chests. Kind of insane. Pretty nice though, so I'm happy about that. And now we have a ton of magnets to roll. We also have our companion relics. We've got our other companion leveled up to level 4 already, which is quite nice because we can add a companion relic to him, and a particle trail. So we'll add a particle trail, and this guy's ready now, so this guy will be for the next one. Okay, well, it's been a little bit. It's day 228 already, and we're going to be running a little bit of a very interesting vault. This one should be quite nice. 1x Gilded, 1x Wealthy, 4x Bonus. So I essentially just chucked a bunch of catalysts on here to just see what we could do. And we're going to run it, and we're just going to see exactly what we can end up getting, because it is, in fact, a boss crystal. So the whole purpose of this vault is to defeat a boss at the end. And we're just going to see how much stupid loot we can end up getting from it. So that's just, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Well, this is going to be an insane fight. So essentially, we're about to get an insane amount of vault pieces of gear that's Omega, and a bunch of different booster packs. So all we gotta do is fight a boss. Yeah, well, the boss apparently, I don't know how much of this I'm gonna leave in, because that boss was so easy. Well, now we get out of the vault, and now we can go through all the loot, because our backpack is filling up way too quickly. So I ran a couple vaults in between as well, because we already, okay, well, apparently I'm rolling one already, but it's fine. We'll roll all the other stuff, and then we'll roll the Omega Pluses. Because, yeah, whatever. It's all good. I just rolled everything. So, I guess we're just not gonna... Okay, great. Give me 1 second. We're gonna sort out all the Omegas. Okay, well, now we can go through all the gear. There's a lot of booster packs to go through, but there's also a bunch of gear to go through. Most of it, shields, we're not really gonna use. The only things I'm gonna keep from the shields are, like, living stuff. So, all the shields will get tossed. Pretty decent sword, because max is 76. for damage roll, but it's okay, I guess. This one's 74 though, and it's whatever. We also got a living unique wand that is the baguette. Just gives us saturation, but I think we can give it whatever we want. Never mind. It doesn't. It doesn't do anything. It just gives us +1 saturation. You know what? It's a unique, so we'll keep it for now. We're gonna keep it safe in here, because we gotta keep it somewhere where it's not gonna get accidentally deleted. But any crazy wand? What's our current wand? 30 ability power, 27, 31. I'm not using fire shot. We could try and get something higher, which I think we'll do, but I don't know. I don't really think we need anything crazy, so we're gonna get rid of you guys. We got a new charm, which is, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. It's not, I mean, it's not crazy good. What about magnets? Anything crazy? If we get like a close to max on multiple things, that would be dope. 18 and 18. 18 and 18 is pretty darn good. And then we've got a, yeah, I mean, that's the best one out of all of them, so that's fine. And all this stuff is gonna get scrapped. What about you guys? Anything crazy? Got a 23. Anything crazy dope? We got living epic pluses, which I guess we'll keep for now because it's still relatively good. And then we can re-roll that guy. We can re-roll you. Increased ability power versus AoE. Do we want that much? I don't really think that's too big of a deal if we just get rid of those guys. And then new chest plate, new boots, we get a new focus, we get a new other focus that we're not going to use either of, which is fine. We're going to just scrap all those guys. There's a bunch of stuff for us to put all that stuff in there because it's a lot of stuff to go through, but it's fine. It's not too big of a deal. Just got to get all of the beautiful handy dandy vault scrap put in here and absolutely turn it into proficiency so that we can maybe make some really good stuff in the future. But we also have a ton of vault trinkets to roll, which probably are all going to be absolutely garbage. Actually, we got pretty lucky. We got a bunch of pictures of the Lucky Goose and other stuff too, so definitely keep you. This one's gone, so we'll scrap you. And I mean, honestly, not too bad, not too bad. You'll love to see it. We have some extra trinkets. We now have to go through all the booster packs though, after rolling these guys, which are both useless. So now it's booster pack time. Let's see what kind of crazy cards we get. Anything great? Wasn't completely useless. We did get quite a few good stuff, so I'm gonna have to see how I can fit all these guys in, but I'm not super certain that they're all gonna be very useful. But we can at least get some use out of them, I think. I'm hoping. I'm really thinking that we can. Well, unfortunately, I couldn't fit them into anything, really, so we're gonna scrap a couple of them, and we're just gonna see what we really can do. Because adjacent stat cards, that one's not super great. Base one, diagonal evolution cards, also not super great. And then base, just item rarity, we only really need one of them. Same with those guys. Red row card, that's okay. We can get rid of the soul quantity stuff as well, and I don't know how many wild cards we're really going to use, because ultimately we could better utilize combo stuff, but, you know, it's not the end of the world, so we're just going to scrap away some of these guys, maybe upgrade one or two of the cards in here, and just see where it goes. I think I'm then going to run some vaults until day 300, maybe. We'll check in around there and see where we're at. Holy, it has been a while. So it is now day 293. We're level 86. And we're about to run a bit of a crazy vault. I'm probably going to leave most of this vault in because this vault is going to be something a little bit interesting. It'll be weird. Essentially, it is a 6x accustomed, which increases the XP. And then on top of that, we have just an insane array of literally everything possible that we can is just what we're gonna do. So we're gonna go and we're gonna see how this goes. We've got a new pickaxe, which I forgot to upgrade. Okay, well, it is now day 293. We're running an insane vault with a bunch of different modifiers, and we're just gonna run this vault. We're gonna see what we can get. We're gonna fight the boss. I'm gonna leave most of it in because I feel like it. And we're essentially just gonna see the absurdity that happens when you run a little bit of a crazy vault. I'll say. I think personally that this one's a little bit nuts. Cause I mean we got a bunch of stuff. So overall, it's just kind of nuts with how many chests are gonna be here. And also, I'm not fully understanding exactly what the entirety of the plan is until level 100. So I think after this vault, we will just go until level 100, and then I'll check back in, and then we'll see how we're doing. Of course, our goal for this video is to get to day 500, so of course make sure to stay tuned for that. I know we're only like 20 minutes in or something, but I've been having a lot of fun, and I hope you guys are too. This one should be a little bit, it'll be a little bit different, mostly just because there's a bunch of other stuff just happening, and also school's starting back up, so I'm sorry if the uploads have slowed quite a bit. I'm trying to work on, and I've got a bunch of things in the works, but not everything has been able to go as quickly as I would have hoped. And so, I just really appreciate all the support, and thank you to the YouTube members. Of course, if you want to support me, that's the best way to do it. It's $1 a month, and yada yada yada. But anyway, overall, we're just going to run through this. We're going to see what we can end up getting. If we can get some crazy stuff, the better. If we can't, it is what it is. And overall, it's just going to be real cool, real nice, and real snazzy, because that's what we're doing. I guess I'll just keep running around trying to find stuff, and as of right now, I do think I'm going to spec towards, we just go for as many card packs and inscriptions as possible, because we already have a really good set of vault gear. Our vault gear, of course, our chest plate is living, so instead of upgrading from that one that we found, I decided to just upgrade the modifiers using some of our chaotic, what are the empowered chaotic focuses, and we just essentially have an insane set of fully maxed out armor. Of course, the implicits aren't perfect, but it's still quite great, and we're gonna just run with it. We're gonna see how it goes, and ultimately, I'm not expecting an insane ton of stuff, but it's at least a lot of fun, and we're at least kind of just chilling, vibing, having a good time, running around doing whatever. It's a lot of stupid stuff, but overall it's pretty cool anyway. So let's get these gilded chests over here. Maybe we'll get some key pieces. I did upgrade the pickaxe as well, so we're running a echoing pickaxe now, which is a little bit better. It's not insanely better than our previous one, because our previous one was pretty darn good, but this one is a little bit better, just a tad, just a little bit. So not like an insane improvement. It's enough to, it was worth switching. That's how big of an improvement it was. It was enough to switch, but not enough to say it was like a crazy improvement. But anyway, we're just gonna run through. We're gonna see what we can get. Of course, when we get mega packs like that for the boss crate, we're gonna grab those guys, and we're just gonna keep running through the vault, like I usually do. Holy mobs! That's a lot of mobs. That's the one thing that's like overwhelming in these vaults, is when you get a bunch of challenge stacks, the amount of mobs that spawn every time you go to somewhere where mobs will spawn is just crazy. So I highly recommend having a relatively good computer if you want to play the mod pack. It's Vault Hunters Plus, so it's not just Vault Hunters, but also I want you guys' opinions in the comments. Leave a comment if you're at this point in the video, if you would like to see more episodes, like shorter things that I can make every couple days or every day or so, that's like maybe half an hour to an hour long, or if you prefer waiting for the bigger episodes, like the bigger videos like this, because overall it takes a lot less work for me to make the smaller episodes and then combine them to make the bigger episodes. But I know a lot of you guys prefer, or more people watch the super long ones, so I want to hear from the people who are watching, if you want to see both, or just the long ones, because I can add smaller, like I can segment it up, and I can make it and upload it in parts and stuff, ultimately, I just need your guys' opinions, because you guys are the reason why I'm able to make the content that I do, and I really enjoy it. So thank you guys so much, and just thank you for your opinions, because without them, I cannot do what I do. Anyway, it does look like we've got enough stuff to at least be able to run the boss. I don't know ultimately how much more I want to spend in here, because we've got a lot of these guys that we can do. So, we don't really need trinkets anymore. I think I'm just going to run it with what we have here, and we're just going to see how much XP we get for that, because I don't know. And when I say I don't know, I genuinely have no idea how much XP this is going to get, because we have both of our slots slotted for burgers. So we will just have burger, and the burger will burgerificate, and so we'll have an insane amount of XP. I don't know how insane it'll be, but let's fight this boss. Let's see how it goes. Come on now. Come on now. Shouldn't be too difficult. We just gotta strafe around and not get hit because he's bad. Bad aim. His aim's actually garbage. But, you know, it's all good. Hey, you picked me up. Oh, I'm floating. He didn't pick me up. Yo, dude, you messed with the wrong guy. I'm gonna keep it a buck. You do no damage to me. Like, I'm sorry to say, but you just got absolutely rolled, and I took 0 damage. So, deal with it, nerd. Anyway, let's increase the amount of protection we have, so we reduce the amount of damage we take by even more. And, now we just get out of the vault, claim that. We got 1,000,000 XP, 2 levels, so pretty darn decent, I will say. We can just start upgrading random stuff. I think I'll just add Torker, because why not? I don't know, maybe we regret Torker, we regret a Frostbite, and we go Frenzy, Lucky Momentum? I don't even know. But we're gonna do that, because why not? Anyway. Let's look at our stuff. We got a bunch of those guys. We got another inscription, which is going to go over here. We could run a bunch of inscription stuff, and I'm kind of tempted to do that, but I don't fully know. Potentially need a new sword, but I don't fully know if I want to go for... Because we don't have the foci to upgrade, improve the rarity of it yet. So, I don't know. Do we save it? Probably save it, right? But at least we can run around, and we got a bunch of loot, so I do think for now we gotta just look around. I think I'm gonna run a couple vaults. We're gonna get to level 100, and then we're gonna check back in. We're gonna go crazy because there's the quests. Ooh, wait, we could run a Royale vault. How do I get a Royale vault rock? That wasn't too difficult, so we got you, and we can get that. There's also Challenger's Vault Rock. What we got now is we got the Royale Vault, which then we can run a Royale Vault, which is apparently a different thing where you get a different loadout and stuff, and it's like going into like an extraction game mode, essentially. Skill points allocated. Skill point scrolls can be found. Locked and cannot be exited. You have to go through, what does it even get you, though? Loot multiplier, reward multiplier each time it's attached to the Royale Crystal, which you do in an anvil between Royale runs. Okay. Essentially, it's a cool thing, but we can also do the Challenger Vault Rock, which is essentially the same thing, kind of, but we get Ascension stuff, which just makes it harder. It doesn't give us extra loot. Well, I guess we'll just run a Royale Vault, because why not? Let's just go. We lose all of our stuff, essentially, and we get a Royale crate that I can't move. Okay, so we've got options. Vault, so we get these things. We get a shield, we get a sword, I get a Shatterer. Okay, got Nova, we got some stone. Okay, what? Purist, beam collar, scrappy gear through passive. You know what? We'll go that guy. We'll go triple jump. We'll go cooldown reduction, and we'll end up with just get a Royale crown. Cool. Okay, so we just go and we get elixir. I guess. I think that's how this works. There's also these got hardy apple. We got a wand. We got other stuff too. Do I just? How does this work? is the real question. Because I don't think we can die to mobs even at this tier. I just gotta, like, we just gotta wait it out and they'll just pass away, so I don't fully know how this is gonna go, but we can at least complete it, right? Okay, well, I'm not gonna lie, this is probably the most boring vault that I've ever played. This is actually quite just obnoxiously boring. Because there's just not anything to do other than run around. You loot wooden chests that give you practically no loot because you don't have any modifiers on anything. And then you just continue doing this until you get enough elixir that you can finally escape. So, I don't know if I'm gonna do this again. I might, but no promises, because this is probably the most boring vault that I've ever played. I don't know. I'm just gonna try and complete it at least once. We can say that we did it. We completed a Royale vault, and you know what? That'll be cool. Oh, this room certainly helps with just acquiring enough elixir. So I think that's all that I really need. I think we might just take out some of these guardians, and then we'll just go. Because that's it. You know what? Let's find that. Let's find the lodestone for us to get out of here with. There we go, and we just claim you. And now all we gotta do is just wait to complete the most boring vault that I have ever played, and then we're gonna grind for level 100 because that is our next objective. It shall be a grand quest. What do we get for that? Okay, you know, some XP. We got Pulse Royale Vault Stone. Cool, that's cool. We got an Elixir crate, and we got our Royale crate, and a Royale crate, and a Royale crate, which gave us, you know, a Royale crown, which is cool, I guess. You know what? That was boring as all hell. Well, this hasn't actually taken nearly as long as I thought it would, but we are finally able to run this vault. Hopefully, after we go to these painting rooms, the pixel rooms, and everything, it's mostly just painting and pixel rooms. But after we go through these, we should be able to level up and then get to level 100. And then all we have to do is assemble artifacts to be able to complete the vault, or complete the main objective of Vault Hunters, which is, well, completing all of the normal things. Essentially, we get to level 100, and then we complete the artifact, which means we need all 25 artifacts, which is going to be the hardest thing that we're doing right now. But we do have a total of 6 unidentified artifacts that we can roll in a bit, so we're saving that for when we hit level 100. Of course, should hit it after this vault, but this vault is going to mostly just be me running around and looting, so I'm probably going to skip most of it, but you know what I'm saying. Well, that's room 1 down. Now we move on to our very first pixel room, which is the one with all the wooden chests in them, and essentially, we're just going to mine as many wooden chests as we possibly can, and just get a bunch of wooden chest stuff. Most of it's just going to be default items that, you know, we can do. Also, by the way, the reason why I've been flying, and I don't think I left this in from earlier, is because we have flight unlocked, but the reason why I haven't been using it in vaults is because it's a little cheesy when it comes to vault combat. So what I'm doing is essentially, when there are no mobs attacking us, I'm just gonna fly around, and when there's mobs attacking, we're just not gonna fly. I know it's been a little confusing for some people, but essentially that's the whole thing that we're gonna do, and we're just gonna run around and loot the entire vault. Well, that's that room completed, so now I guess we gotta head back and down to the other rooms. I guess it's faster to fly instead of just walking, so but the reason why I made this vault was essentially just because I kind of felt like it. Essentially, we just had a bunch of inscriptions laying around that I wasn't really gonna ever use because they're not super great. So I just decided, okay, I'm gonna use them all for this one vault, and we're just gonna see what we can get. You know, it's all good. It's our level 100 vault. We'll be able to get a bunch of stuff. It'll be cool. We got a bunch of boss runes as well, which we're mostly going to be... Oh, we got a bunch of dudes. So we can't fly anymore until they're all cleared out. But thankfully, it's not too difficult. What we're going to be doing is we're going to try and run a boss with all of the runes that we possibly can. Well, that's most of the rooms taken care of. We are, like, completely full on vault gear, even though I had to get rid of a bunch of scrappy stuff. We've got an insane amount of vault coins from this vault as well. But of course we got some extra vaults to run for some specific things after we hit level 100, because of course then our capacity will be maxed. Of course there's prestige levels and all that stuff, but that's mostly just kind of after the fact, and we got to do that after we beat the Vault Herald, so we got to get all the artifacts first. And of course, for that, we're going to be going a little bit insane, doing some stupid things. Thankfully, we should be able to get most of the vault gear from this in. I don't know fully if we're gonna be able to, but we're gonna give it a shot. We're gonna give it our best shot, and you know what? What happens, happens. Well, what we are gonna do now is just assemble the boss with as many runes as we possibly can. I don't know how many we're gonna end up with, but it'll be a little interesting. And we're just gonna go and complete the vault, and then we're gonna, you know, figure out what we're gonna do from there at level 100, because, yeah, I don't know, it's day 331. We've still got a bunch of days left until day 500. We've got more than 150 days left, so, you know, we're just gonna go, see what we can do, have fun, you know, it'll be fun. I wonder if there's a thing that we can get from completing a rune boss with this many, like, modifiers on him. I don't even know if that's possible or if that's how that works, but I don't think that he can even, like, do a ton of damage to us unless he hits us with, like, a crazy heavy attack. So we're just gonna absolutely annihilate the spider boss, and that's that. Nice and easy, nice and simple. And now we should hit level 100. If we don't, this is going to be hilarious for you guys, but really obnoxious for me, because I've just spent a ton of time working on this crystal, and also working on getting us barely to level 99 and something. But it does look like we got the XP that we needed, so we are now level 100, which is perfect. And from that, we've completed max level quest, but all we get is a companion egg and a modifier parchment. I don't know what modifier parchment does. Oh, it just lets us discover a modifier. Cool. The Herald. We need to beat the Herald. Complete the artifact puzzle. So we gotta complete the artifact puzzle first. We also get ourselves a companion egg. So let's see what we get from that. And we also get to do some stuff. We're gonna, of course, upgrade Trinketer and put this into, I don't even know. I think what we'll do is we'll put it into depleted, because mana, I don't even know. And I guess we'll get some sleep and then roll artifacts. Okay, well, now we can, I guess, get up, and probably should transfer most of these guys into here, since now we have a ton of booster packs to roll, a ton of vault gear to roll. I'm gonna roll all at once because it's nice and easy, nice and simple. And let's sort out all the omegas. Well, here are all the omegas. We got 2 swords. Of course, one is level 99, the other one is level 93, which means the level 99 is going to have better stats and stuff. But what I'm thinking that we do instead, because our current armor is kind of insane, is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to scrap everything, and we're just going to pull off all of our armor, and we're just going to upgrade it to our current level because we have a bunch of adaptive foci. So, our chestplate's already level 100, but we can upgrade it a little bit for the ability power and armor and stuff that it has. We're gonna just upgrade everything to the max, because why not? Well, that took significantly longer than I thought it would, but we ended up with just max everything, because I essentially just had to go into the storage to find enough empowered chaotic foci to be able to upgrade everything. We also found a pyretic focus. I think we got that from the boss. Now it's time to roll the artifacts. Also, I had to replace our sword with a completely new one because the other one I had corrupted. And I guess since we're level 100, we could corrupt our stuff, but I don't think we're gonna. It does look like we got at least 1 new artifact, at least 2 new. Wait, we've got that one before. I don't think I've gotten these guys yet, but where's this one go? This one goes up there. The Iskal one goes there. Where does my blind goes here, and then Captain Sparkles goes there, and now we are at a grand total of 2/5 of the way there. So what do I use artifacts for? I need an Omega Pog to re-roll it. So let's pull out our Omega Pog and let's re-roll it, because hopefully we can get one that we don't have, which we did. Yay! So we're at 11 out of 25, which is not bad, honestly. And now we can actually craft the prismatic pick, which I need 9 Omega Pogs for. Okay, well, we got everything for the Omega Pogs. Let's just combine them all up and get all those Omega Pogs, because we need 9 of them, which is an insane number. It's kind of stupid. But you know what? Fair enough. We just need all of the chunks from all of the clusters, which we spent most of our gems on, because this is actually insanely expensive. And like in normal Vault Hunters, not Vault Hunters Plus, this is actually just an insanely, nearly unsurmountable just accomplishment. But of course, in this, it's fine. It just takes a lot longer in that mode. Anyway, we're going to make the prismatic pick, which is 500, which is double the echoing capacity. And now we're gonna get it upgraded, and we're just gonna see exactly what we can do with it. I'll be right back, I guess. And then we're gonna run, I think we'll run a vault with a couple mine rooms. Just a couple. Yeah, totally. Well, after all that preparation, we now have our 2 beautiful prismatic cutters, because I had to make another one, because the first one, it just wasn't going to be enough. So essentially, this one has 310% copiously, and we're going to run a 20x plentiful mine room vault, because I feel like it, and we're level 100, so we're just going to go for it. We're going to see what happens. We're just going to see how many ores we can end up mining in this one room. And I want you guys to guess how many ores we're gonna mine, because I genuinely have absolutely no idea how many we're gonna get. And I'm gonna guess that it's gonna be a lot. I'm gonna guess 600 ores. And so this is exactly what I'm gonna do for the next 22 minutes, pretty much exactly. We're just gonna see how it goes, I guess, because why not, you know? We're just gonna go mine all the ores and just keep going. Okay, well that went relatively well. I essentially got an insane amount of ores. We're gonna see in a second how many gems we actually got, because I have to open this in order to actually grab all of the things that we're gonna use to fight an insane boss, because why not? I don't care about axes. Vault axes are just, they're bad anyway, so we're not gonna use those, but we will grab all the coins and everything else that we can. And we're just gonna make a crazy boss, and we're gonna fight it, because we can. But as you can see from what we ended up getting in there, there's a lot of vault gems, and that's kind of the whole point of this entire vault. But it's a little bit crazy because, well, I'm just curious how much XP we're gonna get. I'm gonna guess that we're gonna get 6 million. If we get less, then I have no idea. If we get more, I don't even know. But essentially, we're just gonna go for it. We're gonna see what we can do, and let's just absolutely annihilate this boss, because it's not gonna do any damage to us. No matter what, it can't really do anything. So let's fight him. Oh no, that fight was so hard. Oh no, it only took like 8 seconds, and then we just absolutely annihilated everything. Oh no. Oh well. We got a couple of ores. We got like 2,000 of every player gem. You know, nothing bad. Only 2 million or 200,000 XP, which interesting. But you know, it's fine. It's not too big of a deal, because we got most of what we wanted. And you know what? I will definitely take that, because heck yeah. It doesn't look like we got an artifact, unfortunately, but it's not too big of a deal. And let's chuck our foci in there, and essentially what we're gonna do is I need to go farm some artifacts for getting to completing the artifacts so we can fight the Vault Herald. So I think what I'll do, since it's day 335, what we'll do is we'll just, you know, go take care of some vaults, get an insane amount of vaults, and then we'll check back in probably day 400, day 450, somewhere around there, maybe. That should work, right? Holy, it has been a while. It is day 423 as of right now, and we have 10 boss crates to open because I ran 10 vaults. I actually ran 11, but I accidentally opened one of the crates, and it took a while because I was working on a couple other things as well, like getting an infinite storage disk, and also just getting a bunch of other stuff figured out. But we're just gonna open up the crates, and hopefully we get a bunch of artifacts. It looks like we only got 4, unfortunately, which means that I'm gonna need to run a bunch more vaults, and I'm probably just gonna not worry about waiting, but we're gonna roll these guys, because we kind of need to get all the artifacts. So let's get all you guys. This one we already have. This one we don't have. This one is this one, and then I don't think we have the gassed one. We already have the Iskall one. We already have that one, so we can re-roll them. Well, and now we're just gonna make an insane amount of Omega Pogs because we can, and now what we can do is we can infinitely re-roll these guys so that they are ones we can actually use, which hopefully we got. I don't think I have the dragon one yet. No, we do not. That one goes in the corner, and we don't have that one either. So now all we are missing is, what, 8 of them? So I guess I'm gonna run a bunch more vaults until we get 8 more unidentified artifacts, and then we're gonna roll them, because our goal for day 500 is to at least beat the Vault Herald. I wanted to get a bunch of prestige levels. Apparently that's not gonna happen until we, get it done. So, I guess I'm gonna do that. Holy, that took way too long, but thankfully now we can hopefully get all of the gosh darned things that we need. Okay, we didn't have that one. That one goes there. This one, do we have this one? I don't. Oh, that one goes there. This one goes right there, and then I think we have these other ones, so we can just exchange them out with some Omega Pogs, because we got a couple of them. We have a couple of Omega Pogs, just a few. Although hopefully we don't need to use all of them, because that would suck, but maybe we will. I hope not, because we at least got one that's not a duplicate. And let's just get the rest of them. Well, now we just have that one missing one, which hopefully we can get. Ooh, we actually got 2 of them. So I guess that's cool. That is going to let us get ourselves the beautiful, beautiful Herald's Vault Rock to create a Herald Vault Crystal. Now we can get ourselves the Herald Vault Crystal. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Perfection. And now what we're gonna do is we're about to run a Herald Vault, and this is going to be kind of the final boss type thing. So we're just not gonna prepare, we're just gonna run into it because we can. Herald, unknown Herald, and instead of walking, we're just gonna fly all the way over, because there's a giant big thing, and the faster we complete it the better. So it's just what we're gonna try and do, We come over here and we activate the Herald's. Oh my gosh, that's very loud. But this is kind of like the final boss-ish. So it's gonna be a little interesting. We're not supposed to fly because we're in combat, so we're not gonna fly. But we're just gonna, take him out. Thankfully, he doesn't seem to be super dangerous to us, because we are a little bit stacked and overpowered because of all the things we've done. And I'm probably going to have to do this in normal Vault Hunters too. And if you guys want to see that, make sure to subscribe, and yeah, that'll be fun. Do I mine these? Do I have to mine them all? I don't know how this works. I've never done this before. They changed it a lot since the first time that they added the Herald, so I don't know how exactly this works, but I can't hit him. So wait. Oh, we can hit him now. That's great. Oh, and he's back. Okay, so I think what we have to do is we have to get as many as we can before the time, like the sand runs out, so that we can do the, like, I don't know exactly how this works, but I think we just get as many as we can so that we have longer of a time to hit him. I think that's how that goes. But it would have been great if I had, I guess, enchanted my pickaxe with being able to mine things faster. But also, you know, it's all good. We're just gonna hit him as much as we possibly can. And then just try and get as much as we can, because this guy is gonna take a little bit of time, apparently. This is what it's looking like. Oh, we can hit him again in a second, I think. And so it's exactly what we're gonna do. We're just gonna see how much damage we can get on him. Because he's got 30,000 health, and we just gotta get rid of as many as we possibly can. Okay, this one should be the last little phase that we'll have to take care of. Because we just gotta get, I almost got him. I was so upset. We almost got him that phase, but it's all good. It's all good. We just break as many as we possibly can. And then we just go, and we get him. And it's just gonna be dope. You know? Heck yeah. We got this. All we gotta do is just get 1 or 2 hits. That's all we gotta do. It's all good. 1, 2, and now he's back in the center. And he's back to being a big ol'... we should probably get a screenshot of this guy. There we go. That looks so cool. But we gotta take him out now again, I think. I think that's how that works. I don't know. He has all the crystals again, so I guess we took out Yellow Phase, which is one of the Vault Gods. Like Tenno? I don't remember all the Vault God names, but what I do know is now I think we need to take out all of these mobs before we can actually even hit this guy. So it shouldn't be too crazy. I just don't know how much... Oh, wait, he just takes direct HP damage whenever we kill all of them. So we just gotta keep getting rid of all of the mobs. Which, thankfully, we've got a bunch of... That guy would have been tough, because he's just invisible, but it's all good. Can't hit him, which is kind of lame, but it's fine. It's not the biggest problem. All we gotta do is just keep going, keep getting all the mobs. Every mob is a part of his health, so that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're just gonna keep going until we get him absolutely taken care of. Oh my gosh, this phase is so close to being done. I'm so close to being finished with just running around. It's been, by the way, it's been like 8 minutes of me just running around doing practically nothing. Just literally just doing this over and over again. But, you know, it's all good now. Because now we can at least take out the boss for a 3rd time before, I guess, maybe having to fight. We fought yellow, we fought green. Blue or red phase next? I don't know what they're gonna be, but I'm kind of looking forward to it. I don't really know. It's a little interesting. Looks like it's blue phase. What's blue phase gonna be? These guys? Okay. Can I hit you? Nope. Okay. I can't hit protection catalyst as well. Okay. Wait, so I have to grab these things out of the... Okay. I have to grab the catalyst inhibitors out of the types of chests. Okay, so we go 1, we go 2, we go 3. And then we go... Wait, that's how I do damage direct. It just does direct damage to him. Okay. That's cool. Let's grab as many of these guys as we can, because, you know, I mean, this is super loud, but you guys can still hear me because I'm yelling over it, I think, maybe. That's a wooden one, some living ones, and then we got good, ornate, okay, well, I missed the ornate one. That ornate chest is, of course, crap, because why wouldn't it be? And, you know, it's all good. Let's grab Gilded. Okay. We got wooden. Then we got you. We got you. We got you. And then we get more living. Okay, can I see you? There we go. Let's take out all you guys. There's a lot of them now. Okay, 1, 2. There's a lot of stuff going on. I don't really know exactly, but I gotta get you guys. I gotta get more of the inhibitors. I need one more living one. Where living, I need a new living chest. There we go, perfect. Then we get you, and then wooden chest. That's a wooden one. Are there any more wooden ones? I don't think I can see any more wooden ones. That's fine. I need ornate and I need gilded ones. There we go. Gilded and ornate ones. There we go. Perfect. And we get you, and we get you, and then we get you, and we get you, and then that's all of them. There we go. And then he comes down, and now we fight him again. And you know what? Heck yeah. Let's just get him. Absolutely annihilate this bad boy. He's been a naughty boy. We don't do enough damage, though. But I guess last phase is red phase, which is gonna be interesting, because I don't really know what's gonna happen. What? Huh? This is just it's such an interesting fight with different mechanics and everything, that I don't really know what's going on, but it's been a 15-minute fight so far. I want to try and get it completed in under 20 minutes, so that'd be dope. Red phase now. Oh, red phase, I guess we just get to attack, and it has 50,000 health. Okay. This is going to take a little bit. Oh my gosh, he's got less than there we go. We got him. We got him. We beat him. We beat him. We beat the Vault Herald in 17 minutes and 54 seconds. And now we run and we complete it. We've completed a quest. The Herald. We've got that, and now we're into prestige levels. We got a gold Herald trophy, which I guess is the highest. I don't know if there's a higher level than gold, but that's pretty big. And now for the next, 24 days, what we're gonna do is we're gonna try and go for some extra levels, because there's a bunch of prestige powers. I don't know fully how this works. So it grants you an absorption shield equal to your max health. Damage dealt to champions and doubles their loot. 50% pickup range and doubles the effect of copiously from your magnet. Bounties don't have a cooldown. Back to the gluttony trinket. Back to the pet. Okay. So essentially, what we can do is we can just get infinite prestige points. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna see just how much XP you can get from a vault. I think that's what we're gonna try and do. Okay, well, for one of the last vaults of this video, what we're gonna do is we're gonna see just how much XP we can get with a bit of an insane vault over here. So this is just what we're gonna do. We're gonna run this vault. We're gonna see how much XP we can get for it. We're just gonna complete it as quick as we can, really, and see what we get from it. And if we can, we're just gonna maximize everything, because I want to see just how much XP we can get from a singular vault. I think it's funny. Well, after about literally less than 8 minutes in the vault, we already filled up our entire inventory and everything else with just all of this stuff. So we're just gonna put all this stuff into the boss crystal, or the boss crate, and we're gonna fight him, because we're just gonna see how stupid we can make it. It'll be interesting, it'll be fun, and I think we're gonna get an insane amount of XP for this. I don't know exactly how much, but I can only guess based on everything that it's gonna be in the, maybe 10 million XP. I'm thinking, at least. If it's not, then I'm gonna look stupid, and you know what? It is what it is, but that's fine. Who cares? It's all good. A grand total of 31 runes. Let's see how this goes. Come on now. Let's do this. And of course he does absolutely no damage, which is perfect because then we're just gonna absolutely annihilate this bad boy. And that is vault completed. Nice and easy, nice and simple. I'm going to guess a grand total of 12 million XP. That's just a guess. I have fully no idea if it'll be that much or not, but that's what I'm gonna. Oh, never mind. Only 6 million. 6 million's still a lot. Holy, that's a lot. Maybe we can get that even higher, but that's pretty cool. And we can put our guy right here. We're almost to level 10 when we'll get our last relic slot and particle slot, which is cool. But we're only level 106. We only have 6 prestige points. Okay, well, I've decided to make this very last vault be something that hopefully will count, and that is because it is a double X mushroom vault with a bunch of living, a bunch of accustomed for extra XP, and just a bunch of other stuff, and we're just gonna run it. We're gonna see how much we can get from these living chests, because hopefully it's gonna be a lot. Oh, found an X marks the spot room while running around, and just decided that we're gonna loot it, and we ended up getting the unique chest plate, which is interesting. That's pretty cool. But now all we gotta do is just loot up everything and then see how much XP we get, because it might be a little absurd. Okay, let's fight the boss. Let's see how much XP it is. It's day 500. Let's get it. Let's go absolutely insane. And come on now, Boogeyman. Hello, Boogeyman. Goodbye, Boogeyman. You will not be lasting very much longer. You shall not last. There we go. Perfection. Boogeyman has been slain. Vault has been completed. And now we will see, will we get more XP than 6 million? I don't actually know. I do know that it might be. Who knows, right? Like, come on now. Let's see. Only 3 million. Okay, so it's 4 million-ish. But, you know, level 109, not bad whatsoever. And we got a bunch of knowledge essence, which is what we needed, because we need an insane amount of knowledge in order to level up our prestige levels, which is exactly what we want to do. So that's what we're gonna do, and this will be quite interesting. Victor's Edge, this one might be one that we really want to go for. It costs 24 knowledge though, and you know what? Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been an insanely long video. This has been an insanely tough video for me to make because it's taken me away from a lot of different things, and overall I really appreciate all the support. I really appreciate everyone. Remember, if you want to support me, the best way to do that is going to be by becoming a YouTube member for $1 a month. And that's gonna be the end of this. GG's, peace, have a great day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.